Hi everyone. So my name is Sumaya Tasneem and I'm currently a student at Jose Marti STEM Academy. I'm currently enrolled in APS Government and AP Computer Science A, as well as three other honors classes. The name of my project is the effects on sleep deprivation on students in advanced placement courses. My inspiration for this project was how I noticed my sleep patterns have changed from when I wasn't taking any AP courses, and I wanted to know if others had experienced the same situation as well. I wanted to learn more about the effects sleep deprivation had on students who are participating in advanced placement courses. So now I will share my screen. Okay. So, okay. So as I said, the name of my project is the effects on sleep deprivation on students in advanced placement courses. So what is sleep deprivation? Sleep deprivation is often referred to as the state. Okay. Sleep deprivation is often referred to as a state that is caused by poor sleep patterns. These inadequate sleep patterns may occur when an individual is not getting the recommended hours of sleep per day or is not having a good quality sleep. Many high school students experience sleep deprivation due to their challenging classes and extracurricular activities. The recommended sleep time for high school students is 8 to 10 hours every night. However, this recommendation is not being met by many high school students. AP courses are one of the most difficult and time-consuming courses a student can take due to the rigorous amount of work and stress. Not only are high school students already sleep deprived to begin with, but by taking AP courses, the amount of sleep they get per night has significantly decreased. So here's a little introduction. Through time, lack of sleep can make students develop stress, anxiety, and depression. Students who partake in the AP program can often feel pressure to sacrificing their sleep to complete their assignments and maintain a satisfactory grade in that class. Students also tend to focus on extracurricular activities and leadership roles. Thus, students in AP courses tend to be more prone to have higher levels of depression, stress, and anxiety. Stress is an emotion or feeling that is a form of tension. It is known to make one react in an angry, nervous, or frustrated manner. When we experience stress, our body is attempting to tell us to respond to a challenge or demand. Stress causes the nervous system to release hormones such as adrenaline, and cortisol, which raise the heart rate to circulate more blood to the organs and prepare the body to take any necessary action. When our bodies are tired, we are more prone to increasing our stress levels. Anxiety is our body's natural response to stress. Although many people have an ordinary anxiety disorder, which an anxiety disorder is basically when we're constantly in a state of anxiety. A few symptoms of anxiety may include difficulty concentrating, difficulty sleeping, restlessness, etc. However, anxiety can also be a symptom of depression. Depression is a mood disorder that causes one to constantly be in a state of sadness and loss of interest. Depression may affect the way one thinks, feels, and behaves, which can lead to many other emotional and physical problems. My hypothesis for my project was that high school students who are enrolled in an AP course do not get the recommended 8 to 10 hours of sleep per day. Sleep deprivation impacts their mood, stress and anxiety levels, and their time management skills, as well as their eating habits. This potentially may make them more prone to burnouts and eating disorders. The purpose of my experiment is to analyze the relationship between students enrolled in AP courses and sleep deprivation, as well as to discover the relationship of stress and sleep deprivation for students enrolled in the AP course. To do this experiment, I created a Google Form survey to test the effects of sleep deprivation so I can approach a proper conclusion as to the effects sleep deprivation has on AP students. I then had this Google Form sent out and had only AP students fill out the survey. So out of those who completed the survey, 49, which is 98% of respondents, were currently taking or are currently taking an AP course. And out of those 26, which was 53.1% respondents, are taking one AP course, whereas 23 are only taking two. 54% of those who filled out the survey sometimes agree with the following statement: I am sometimes good at time management. Only 10% believe that they are good at time management, whereas 18% do not agree with the statement at all. 70% of students believe that they notice a difference in their mood and energy when they get more sleep compared to when they get less sleep. The percentage of those who agree with the statement is significantly greater than the 4% who disagree with this. A staggering 58% of students agree with the fact that virtual school has played a role in impacting their stress and anxiety levels, as well as the number of hours they had to sleep, whereas only 4% had to disagree with this. Due to these results, it is safe to assume that virtual school has definitely had an impact on students. Only 6% of students who participated in the survey did not see a change in their anxiety. 44%, which is also the majority, believe that they didn't always know the difference in their anxiety levels when they did not get the recommended hours of sleep. A staggering 62% of students completely agree with the following statement: I find myself more stressed on the days where I do not get a lot of sleep. Only 8% were shown to disagree. Therefore, it is safe to infer that stress has a direct correlation with sleep. Majority of the students, specifically 72%, do not meet the daily sleep requirement. 26% of students receive 7 to 9 hours of sleep on a weekday, which is significantly less than the 72% of students who receive anywhere from 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Majority of students spend breaks, holidays, or weekends sleeping in or catching up on sleep, whereas only 4% were to disagree with the statement. 54% completely agree with the statement, I find myself sleeping in or catching up on sleep. There is a correlation to be noted between the results shown in the previous slide and the results that are being shown here. Although 56% agree with the listed statement, 30% find themselves purposely taking a break from schoolwork. In the previous slide, I had mentioned that 20% of students often use breaks, weekends, and holidays to catch up on sleep, and 12% sometimes take a break. This correlation shows how students, especially those partaking in the AP program, have a desire to take a break from schoolwork. This may be due to the high amounts of work they receive from all their classes. 24% of students completely agree with the following statement: I eat a lot of unhealthy foods due to my stress. Although the majority, which is 32%, disagree with the statement, the 24% who agree with the statement may be at risk for an eating disorder. Eating disorders are a psychological disorder which causes people to perform unhealthy eating habits. These unhealthy eating habits may cause one to be underweight and possibly overweight as well, and possibly develop body dysmorphia. 54% of students agreed with the statement and believe that they are more irritable and experience more mental burnout when they are sleep deprived, and only 10% never agreed on this statement. 60% of students who are devoted to their extracurricular activities roughly spend 0 to 2 hours strictly on their extracurricular activities on a weekly basis. This ranges anywhere from 0 to 30 minutes every day. 32% spend nearly 3 to 5 hours on their extracurricular activities, which is anywhere from about 40 minutes to an hour and 11 minutes each day. Majority of students, specifically 84%, do not have a job, in addition to taking an AP course, although 14% of students do. So what do these results mean? Only 10% of students who were surveyed believe they have good time management skills. Considering the numerous amount of work enrolled in at least one AP course followed by other challenging classes, having poor time management skills is a common factor amongst these students. Is a common factor amongst these students. The majority of students notice a difference in their mood, energy, and stress levels when they do not get a lot of sleep. This may cause them to be more irritable because they are constantly surrounded by so much work. Due to the rigorous workload students receive in their classes, the majority of students experience a mental burnout. This is why seniors experience what we call senioritis very early on in the game. For juniors and underclassmen, they're most likely to start slacking in their classes until the burnout goes away. In addition, mental burnout may cause the majority of them to use the breaks to their advantage as a mental health day and as a break from school to help relieve the burnout. In addition, sleep deprivation has a direct correlation to stress levels, the more stressed a student is, the less sleep they get. This isn't healthy because when we are stressed, we need the most sleep, especially high school students. Not only are AP students more prone to burnout due to their lack of sleep, but they also notice a difference in their mood, energy, and eating habits. Virtual education has definitely impacted students, especially those in AP courses. And majority of those students would fall under the sleep deprived category because they are getting the 4 to 6 hours of sleep every night. Due to this, they attempt to catch up on sleep over the weekend and breaks. They also try to get a break from school. AP students are more prone to sleep deprivation because majority of them are getting 4 to 6 hours of sleep every night. This is not healthy, even if they attempt to catch up on sleep over the weekend and breaks, because it is recommended that they get at least 8 hours of sleep every night for proper development. So, for future application, what should students take away from this experiment? Students should implement positive and negative reinforcement. This means that they should plan things accordingly and make things. Uh, they should plan things accordingly to make things a better mental experience. For example, they should have better time management skills so they can go to sleep at an earlier time when and if possible. Students could also find a way to manage knowledge and stress levels. Students often face a dilemma of not retaining what is learned in their classes and having to reteach it to themselves later on. Doing so, their workload piles up, causing them to have more stress later on. They can also take the results from the experiment and better choose their classes for their upcoming school year so they can experience a lot less burnout than they currently experience. In terms of me, I will try to get a larger study group and do this experiment with IB students to note if there's a difference or a correlation between the two experiments. I would also observe how lack of sleep affects brain and memory retention. I would also see if there is a difference or correlation between students who are participating in an AP program who live in different areas, such as suburban or urban or rural areas. And then these are my references. I want to say thank you guys for watching my video, and I hope you guys liked my presentation.